Hello everyone, and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. So it is Supreme Arena time once again. We're going to go through the top teams I've come up with for this week. Starting it off with a new team I've never shared before, a Sylvan Lightbearer team. Because Sylvan is actually doing very well in Supreme Arena for the players who do have him built. And he is a key hero even for AFK stages, for Dream Realm to be investing into. And so I think now is the time to actually try running him on PvP as well. Now we're going to be using a Lightbearer squad and having Sigmund Phantomal buffing up your Sylvan further. If you have the level 110 effect or higher of Sigmund Phantomal, it is going to be a big boost to Sylvan's damage output, and it really is making him strong in PvP. Hugin as well is going to give a temporary stat buff to Sylvan, and then we have Ravion as well. The key thing with Sylvan comps is you want to have 2 temporary buffers on your team minimum, and that is going to be covered by Hugin and Ravion, because that is going to give him 600 energy and allow him to cast his ultimate pretty much seconds into the match, almost an instant ultimate, and then he's going to begin bursting and nuking the enemy team. That is the whole game plan that we have here. We also have Lily May because she can interrupt the enemy and deal some damage, and Ravion buffing up Lily May also is good. And we have Zany just as kind of like a pseudo tank. We have both of our turrets spread across just to tank for us, and also like debuff the enemy when they do land onto the enemy. And Resonating Spell is probably one of the best damage boosting artifacts for one dedicated damage dealer. Now, if you're running into a lot of enemies who are running Lily May, then what I would recommend is rather than running Lily May here, you throw in Iron, because Iron is a hero which immediately casts ultimate. He can take an enemy Lily May interruption, and basically he's going to allow your Sylvan to go off freely. So if you are facing a lot of Lily Mays or using Lily May to try to counter you, Iron can be a good option. And as always, if you don't want to run this team at all, for example, you don't have Sylvan or you don't have them very upgraded, you can just run the standard Almas, Iron, Ravion, Pandora Shmira team that we have been running many weeks in the past, as well as kind of like that free-to-play option. So for example, if you want to run a team like this, you can definitely run a team like this. It will also be really good for you, but the Sylvan one is also really strong, and I would recommend giving it a try if you have Sylvan built. So moving on to team number 2, we have the Graveborn Phantomal, the first Graveborn Phantomal team, and I am now considering Shadewing free-to-play because Shadewing has been a priority to be building up and on your wishlist for a while, and even if you have Shadewing at Mythic Plus or with 8 coins up to Supreme Ascension, he is still worth running in your PvP team just because of how strong he is synergizing with the Graveborn Phantomal for this season specifically. So what we have here is, if I move Damon out of the way, we have the Graveborn Phantomal on the Twins bond, and he's going to be spirit marking Shadewing, of course, Damon buffing up your Graveborn Phantomal, and then you have Ludovic here for healing up multiple allies right from the beginning of the match, and Celise for additional healing. And Celise does really well in these kind of Graveborn teams because she's going to allow your team to stall better and allow your Graveborn Phantomal to live longer. And we have the Bulwark spell, which is great here as well because we have a lot of shielding on the team, and it's just going to make Damon more tanky and also having some damage output. So there's a visual bug on the map itself, but basically you can just have Valara on the same tile where Celise was. She's going to immediately activate the circle on your side of the field if, for example, you don't have Celise available or built up. Okay, moving on to Team 3. Team 3 is going to be the Theodore Siren combo with Kalin. Again, Kalin I'm now considering free-to-play because a lot of people should be prioritizing him on your wish list because he's a very strong PvP hero. But if, for example, you don't have Kalin at all, you can replace him for a hero like Velka, which can be fine, but Velka is not going to be as good as Kalin, of course. And yeah, this is really strange how I'm getting this visual bug right now. But anyway, Nero will be taking enemy Lily May interruption as well as buffing the Phantomal damage. You have Theodore to allow Siren to get off almost an instant ultimate. You have Bonnie to spread her debuff and apply her debuff, and Siren is going to spread it along with Nero very easily. You have Earthshell spell because the team has such massive damage output. You don't even need to have, for example, an offensive artifact. Just having a defensive artifact should be better. And Siren with these destructive charms are really good for our PvP. So there we have the free-to-play teams. Hopefully that will be good. We're going to move on to the mid teams. Now for the mid teams, for team number 1, we do have the Shadewing team combo. Graveborn Phantomal buffing up Shadewing, Damon buffing up Graveborn Phantomal, Ludovic healing them, and then Hugin and Celise in the back. Hugin is going to be great in a Bulwark spell team because it's more shielding for the team, and also he's going to give some energy boosting to Celise to allow her to get off her ultimate earlier in the match. That is a whole game plan. But really, the major way you win here is your Graveborn Phantomal just nukes the enemy team, and Damon, Hugin, the rest of your team just stall long enough to kill the enemy. But with the Bulwark spell, we're going to have some additional damage output as well from the Daemon. So this should be a really good team that you can run. Team number 2 is going to be a Baelran damage dealer team, but also with Contest. Contest does well with Baelran, as well as shutting down like enemy ultimate based heroes or heroes who need to cycle ultimates. And also Contest is now considered basically a free-to-play priority for Dream Realm. And so that's why I'm including her here. We have Baelran Contest on the Stellar Bond. And then we have Aurora as well, who is another hero who just gets value over the course of the match with her summons dealing damage. And we have Rowan, which is important to give the melee damage boost to Baelran, also giving the Baelran the potion so he can get ascended faster. And we have Skyclaw's Phantom giving damage reduction and attack buff to the Baelran. Basically, buffing the Baelran as much as possible, and he is going to carry your team with the Light Heal spell for more like healing and also vitality to enhance Baelran's heals basically. Also, he's going to be protected by this map effect with the damage reduction. So yeah, this is a deadly team, and I think it's going to be really good. Now, if you don't have Contest, that's fine. You can run basically any other Celestial Hypogean hero you have. Even, for example, if you want to run Aliceth, you can run Aliceth here. I'm getting a visual bug, so I can't show you exact. But yeah, basically Aliceth on the Stellar Bond over here, as you guys see. You can run Saida, for example, if you have Saida for AFK stages and you want to run her. And even better, if you have Ulna, you can run Ulna with Baelran, and this is an absolute menace of a team. This is actually a ridiculous team, basically, and it's very close to the pay-to-win team I'm actually running for today. But yeah, Ulna buffing up Baelran is very, very strong. So that's another great option if you have Ulna built. Okay, team number 3 is going to be the same as the free-to-play team number 3, which is the Theodore Siren combo with Callan. This is just really solid. Greyborn Phantom marking the Siren, who can apply debuff to the whole enemy team. You have Bonnie debuff, you're going to spread it with Newer and Siren. You have Theodore boosting energy of Siren so that you're going to get ultimate off just a few seconds into the match. And this is going to be another solid team that you can run. So now we're going to move on to the pay-to-win teams, but before we do that, if you guys are thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me, we greatly appreciate it. So thank you all so much for your support. Okay guys, so finally we now have the pay-to-win teams. We're going to have the Zoria Greyborn team first of all, Daemon buffing up the attack of Zoria, and we're going to have the Greyborn Phantom marking Shadewing, who is one of the best targets to be marked. Pandora going to be boosting the damage of Greyborn Phantom, and we have Athalia as well just for damage burst and to tank some aggro from the enemy team. We're going to be running it with the Light Heal spell because this is going to provide more protection, more stall factor, which is really important to our whole team concept. But the idea is Zoria is going to be really stalling out the enemy, and for the whole time Athalia damage as well as Greyborn Phantom damage over time is going to try to wipe out the enemy team. It's effective, however, for example, if you don't have Zoria, you can run a team like this with Igor and Aliceth. This will also be a great option. And yeah, I don't know why there's this visual bug right here, but basically I'll just try to show you as best as I can. So you could make the team something like this: Aliceth protecting Igor, Daemon buffing Greyborn Phantom, Ludovic healing, and Light Heal spell. So there's another alternative you can run. And yeah, it's because of the visual bug I have to show it to you guys in that formation. Okay, so here is going to be the pay-to-win team, so Baelran hyper carry team. And the reason why this is so strong, you have Ulna protecting Baelran. He's going to get damage reduction from this map effect. You have Rowan boosting the melee damage of Baelran and giving him the energy and health potion. You're going to have Skyclaw's Phantom buffing up attack and damage reduction of Baelran. You have Bulwark spell for more shielding and basically protection and vitality onto everyone. Baelran is going to be the ultimate basically boss you'll have to take down, and he gets ascended very fast. He basically gets ascended before Ulna's initial invincibility even wears off. He gets double ascended, and he's going to absolutely shred through the enemy team. And then in the back, we also have Gunner and Contest. This combo is also incredibly strong. Contest is going to shut down enemy teams, eventually expelling them, preventing them from casting ultimates or casting skills, but your Baelran is going to be free to go off because Baelran's going to be the major damage on this team, so Contest is going to exempt your Baelran, and he's just going to keep going off for the whole fight. And Gunner as well, if he can get off an ultimate, you know, that's good damage. And yeah, it's overall, this is a very, very strong team. I was testing in duel battle, and it was just demolishing teams. And also with this map effect from Supreme Arena, I just think it's going to be almost unbeatable. This is a very, very strong team. It's very difficult to play around it, and yeah, I think it's such a solid option. And I mean, it isn't the most pay to win because Quintess and Baleran and even Gunnar technically are like Dream Realm, and Elna is like the queen of PvP, and so like, and also AFK stage support for Saida. So like mid spenders may even be able to run this team. But yeah, this is solid. Okay, team number 3, same team as free to play and mid level of team, exactly the same team. So it's just to show you how strong this team actually is. Theodore Siren combo with Nero take enemy Lily May. Like really, the only thing the enemy can do is run Dunlinger to try to deny you, and even then, Siren's still getting off his AoE debuffs. You're still gonna have massive Grave on Phantom damage. It's still gonna be really difficult to take down with the Earthshell spell and Callan protection. And Bonnie debuff's gonna spread, so it's still gonna be annoying for the opponent, even if they run Dunlinger. Yeah, so it's really gonna be like, I mean, if they try to stall fest you with like Zoria and things like that, potentially, yeah, they will take you down. But yeah, this is a really strong team, and it is making good use of like, just strong, solid PvP heroes, but not like the pay-to-win ones. Like, so anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully, it is helpful and you're able to rank well this week. If you have any other teams you're planning to run, you can feel free to share formation ID in the comment section. Thank you guys all so much for watching. That is gonna be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.